everyone, how are you all? I hope you're all doing good. So we are back on your favorite learning platform, Learn Forward, and we are going to study from Feather Cap, People and Places. So this is chapter number 18, our government. So in India, the government is divided on two levels basically. The first is your central government and second is your state government. Our country is so diverse that it is divided into 28 states and 8 union territories. The union territories are directly under the control of the central government, but other 28 states are ruled by the state government. Okay, so the state government and the central government elections are held after every 5 years in our country, and the people of the country who are 18 or above choose their representative, and these members become the members of the parliament, and the parliament is divided into basically two houses, which is Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. So in this chapter, we are going to learn how our government is formed, on what types it is divided, and on what stages, how it is categorized, who appoints the chief minister, who appoints governor. So a lot of things are to be studied in this chapter. I hope you are all ready. Our country comprises 28 states and 8 union territories collectively known as Indian Union. So हमारी country में 28 states, 8 union territories है जिसे हम Indian Union बुलाते हैं. Each state and union territory is integral part of the Indian Union. So every state and every union territory is important and integral part of our Indian Union. None of them is sovereign. So what is sovereign? As we have studied, the state or any place which do not have the power or control from any foreign power, or who is not ruled by any foreign power, that is a sovereign. So हमारी कोई भी ऐसी स्टेट या पार्ट नहीं है ऐसी हमारी कंट्री का जो कि सॉवरन ना हो. We have a government at the national level. It is called union or central level. So central government. So जो हमारी कंट्री की जो गवर्नमेंट है, who is ruling at the central level, जो पूरी कंट्री को गवर्न कर रही है, that is known as central government or union government. Now it is sovereign and takes care of the entire country. जो central government है, it is sovereign because that they are not ruled by any other and they take care of the entire country. Now every state and union territory has a government of its own also. So हर state और union territory की अपनी government भी है. The powers and the duties of the union government and the state governments are divided. So जो union government है उसकी powers और state governments की power divide हो रखी है. How? What are the subjects of national importance like defense of the country, foreign relations belong to the union government. So जो subjects पूरे national level पे हैं, that is your defense, country को कैसे defend करना है, बचाना है, and foreign relation with the other countries that are covered by the central government. Now subjects like law and order, agriculture and education belong to state governments. So subjects like agriculture, law and order, and third is your education. So these are covered by the state governments कि उस country, उस particular state का law and order ठीक से काम करना चाहिए, agriculture practices सही होनी चाहिए, and the education institution and the system should be checked by the state governments. Now they work with the help of each other, thus all are governed at two levels and by two government. So ये जो चीजें हैं इनको ये सब मिलके काम करते हैं. The state government and central government work together. Thus all of us, all the people of the country are basically governed by two governments, that is your two levels, that is your union government and state government. Now union government. Our union government has three major things to do. क्या three functions हैं major? First is your making laws, laws बनाना. Second is your execution of laws, उन laws को execute करना, work में लाना. Third, dispensing of justice and to give justice to everyone. So that is the function of your union government. Now parliament is the highest lawmaking body in the country. So who has the right to make laws? Highest lawmaking body is the parliament. It has two houses. The first is Lok Sabha, second is Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha is also known as lower house and Rajya Sabha is also known as upper house. The president is the head of the union government. So who is the head? The president is the head of the central government. The president, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha make the central legislature complete. President, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha ये तीन मिलके पूरे central legislature को complete करते हैं. जो parliament है ये अपनी meeting parliament house में conduct करता है, which is in New Delhi. Now people themselves elect their representative or the members of the Lok Sabha. So the people, we have the power to elect the people. हम खुद को elect करते हैं. We in our country we have the power to form government. We have the power to conduct elections. मतलब हम लोग अपनी पार्टी फॉर्म कर सकते हैं, हम लोग elections फॉर्म फिल कर सकते हैं. We can stand in election. So we have the right to do so. People themselves elect their representative or members of the Lok Sabha. जिन लोगों को हम लोग directly elect करते हैं, they become the members of Lok Sabha. These members are elected for a period of 5 years. So इनका time period क्या है? 5 years के लिए जो members of Lok Sabha हैं, they are elected. Now citizens of 18 years and above vote and elect the Lok Sabha members. So जो citizens who are 18 or above, they have the right to give vote. The candidates, citizens of 25 years and above can become candidates for elections. So the person who is 25 years or above can stand in elections. Now the candidates generally form or support a political party well in advance or join the already one formed government. So जो candidates हैं वो अपनी political party बना सकते हैं. They can form it or support it. कोई भी political party को support कर सकते हैं as well in advance और join, और कोई भी party मतलब वो join भी कर सकते हैं और कोई form भी कर सकते हैं. They have the right. The candidate who gets the highest number of votes win the election. और जो candidate को highest number of votes मिलते हैं वो election को जीतता है. The Lok Sabha consists of maximum 552 members. So एक लोक सभा में एक टाइम पे मैक्सिमम मेंबर्स जो है 552 ही हो सकते हैं. सो दिस वाज अबाउट योर लोक सभा. नाउ राज्यसभा. राज्यसभा मेंबर्स वर इलेक्टेड फॉर 6 years. सो द डिफरेंस बिटवीन लोक सभा एंड राज्यसभा इज द candidates which are in the Lok Sabha are elected for 5 terms and the candidates in the Rajya Sabha are elected for 6 years. Now, members are elected for 6 years by the members of the state legislative assembly. 12 members are nominated by the president. After every 2 years, 1/3 of the members are replaced by new members. So, इसमें क्या होता है, हर 2 साल बाद 2/3 members जो होते हैं, total members are 250. जो 2/3 members होते हैं उनको हर साल चेंज करा जाता है, री-इलेक्ट किया जाता है. So that is how Rajya Sabha works. Now, the president of the India is elected by the elected members of Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha and state legislative assembly. अब president को कौन elect करता है? The members of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and state legislative assemblies. The president of India is the head of the entire union. So we have also learned that the president is the head of the union government and president is also the head of the entire country. He is elected for a term of 5 years. So the time period of term of president is also 5 years as the members of Lok Sabha. Now candidates of several political parties get elected to the Lok Sabha. Every party elects a leader for its group. So बहुत सारी parties जो है अपने candidates को लोक सभा के लिए elect करते हैं. हर party का जो होता है एक अपना leader होता है उस group का particular. The president appoints the leader of the majority group. अब जो president है, how they appoint minister, prime minister, the president appoint the leader of the majority group. जो majority group elections में जीता होता है उसके leader को appoint किया जाता है as a prime minister. On the advice of the prime minister, the president appoint another minister. So after taking the advice of prime minister, the president has the power to appoint another ministers as well. The president, prime minister and other ministers are together as the union government. So the president, the prime minister and the other ministers form the union government. They are all responsible to the parliament. So they have some duties for the parliament. ये सब responsible होते हैं parliament के लिए. There are many courts in our country for providing justice. The highest court is called Supreme Court. So in our country, the highest court is Supreme Court. Then every state has their high court and also they have district courts in every district. So हमारी country में जो highest court for providing justice is your Supreme Court. It protects our rights. ये हमारे rights protect करता है. It is independent. Supreme Court does not need to answer anyone and had not to take any rules or any suggestions from anyone. Supreme Court के अपने decisions खुद के होते हैं. उसे किसी से कुछ भी चीज़ों को किसी की चीज़ के लिए Supreme Court किसी पे भी dependent नहीं है. ये एक independent body है जो अपना काम सिर्फ justice दिलाने के लिए करती है. The President of India appointed Chief Justice and other judge. So the Chief Justice of the India is also appointed by the President and other judges as well. Now state government. State government looks after education, health, agriculture, forestry, irrigation, law and order and the like. So ये सब चीजें जो है who controls it? State government के पास power होती है. The elected representative of the people becomes the MLAs. जो elected representative होते हैं वो बनते हैं MLA, that is your members of the legislative assembly. They are elected for 5 years. Same जो state government के members होते हैं, they are elected for 5 years again. In some states there is a legislative council also. So हर state में legislative assembly तो होती ही होती है, but some of them also have legislative council. It is like Rajya Sabha at the state level. So ये जो state council है, basically it is the Rajya Sabha at the state level. On 1/3 of its members are elected by the members of the legislative assembly. So जो legislative assembly के members होते हैं वो legislative council के members को elect करते हैं. Now the governor is the head of the state government. जैसे head of the union government is president, head of the state government is governor. He is appointed by the president of India. इनको हमारे president appoint करते हैं. He acts as a link between the state government and the union government. So the work of the governor is to act as a link between the state government and the union government. He appoints the leader of the majority party in the state as the chief minister. So governor also appoints the majority party, leader of the majority party as the chief minister. So हमारे CM को कौन appoint करता है? It is the governor. Now on the advice of chief minister, he appoints another minister. So after taking the advice of the chief ministers, he appoints the another minister. So you can see central level पे president prime minister की advice लेके दूसरे ministers को appoint करते हैं, और इसी तरीके से state government में governor chief minister की advice लेके दूसरे ministers को appoint करते हैं. Now in every state there are different kinds of court. Besides small courts, every district has a district court. State में हर district में अपना एक district court होता है. Above all of them at the state level, it is called a high court. So उसके अलावा हर स्टेट का एक अपना हाईएस्ट लेवल का कोर्ट होता है विच इज नोन एज हाई कोर्ट. इट्स जजेस आर अपॉइंटेड बाय द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया. सो जितने भी स्टेट्स के आपके जजेस हैं, दे आर ऑल अपॉइंटेड बाय द हाई कोर्ट के जजेस आर अपॉइंटेड बाय द प्रेसिडेंट. Now, a large number of the people work in central and state government offices. They work in various departments and various levels from a village to the capital. So, बहुत सारे लोग जो हैं, they are working on the central level and the state level, and they work in various departments at various levels. They are working at village level also and at a state, capital also. Now, classroom activity. Give one word for the following. First, the person who appoints governor. So, we have seen that the governor is appointed by the president of the India. Now the highest lawmaking body, so parliament is the highest lawmaking body. Third, head of the union government. So president is the head of the union government. Fourth, the person who appoints the chief minister. So the chief minister is appointed by the governor. Assess yourself. First, take the correct answer. The head of a state is, so the head of the state is governor. The highest court of India, so the highest court of India is your Supreme Court. There are dash members in the Lok Sabha. So there are 552 members in the Lok Sabha. Fill in the blanks. The members of the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha are called the members of parliament. Now, a dash is a person who is trying to be elected. A candidate is a person who is trying to be elected. Chief minister is appointed by the dash. So, the CM of the country is appointed by the governor. CM of the state is appointed by the governor, sorry. Now, fourth, the president of India appoints the judges of dash court and dash court. So, the president of the India appoints the judges of Supreme Court and High Court. Now next, tick the correct and cross the wrong ones. First, the defense of the country is the responsibility of the union government. So that is true. The term of the president is of 10 years. No, that is wrong. It is for 5 years. The Supreme Court is the highest court in the country. Yes, that is also right. Fourth, there is only one kind of government in our country. No, there are two kinds of government, state and union. Fifth, the president appoints the judges of Supreme Court. So, yes, that is true. Now match the given words under A with those under B. First, the president. So the president is basically the head of our country. Parliament House. So Parliament House is the lawmaking body. Coalition government. So coalition government is when a lot of parties come together to form government. So that is the combination of many parties. Now Prime Minister. Prime Minister is the leader of the majority party. Now answer the following questions. First, why our country is called Indian Union? So the first line is your answer of the chapter. Our country comprises 28 states, 8 union territories, collectively known as Indian Union. Each state and union territory is integral part of Indian Union. So that is why our country is known as the Indian Union. So this is your answer number 1. Now question number 2, what are the major functions of the government? So the answer of this question is in the first paragraph itself. What are the duties of the government basically? So the powers and the duties of the union government and the state governments are divided. Subjects of national importance like defense of the country's sovereign relations belong to the union government. Subject like law, order, agriculture and education belong to the state government. So these are the duties of the government. Now answer number 3, question number 3. What does our parliament consist of? So our parliament consists of, our parliament is the highest law making body. So our parliament is consists of 2 houses, which is your Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. So this is your answer number 3. It consists of Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Now how does a person become the member of the Lok Sabha? So page number 1 of the chapter. कोई भी लोक सभा का मेंबर कैसे बनता है? The people themselves elect their representatives or the members of the Lok Sabha. These members are elected for the period of 5 years. Citizens of 18 years and above vote and elect the members of Lok Sabha. So जो भी citizens 18 years या above के हैं वो लोक सभा के members को elect करते हैं and the people themselves elect their representative which becomes the members of Lok Sabha. So this is your answer number. This is your answer number 4. Now, question number 5. How is the Prime Minister elected and appointed? The Prime Minister, how it is appointed? So, candidates of the several political parties get elected to the Lok Sabha. Every party elect a leader for its group. The President appoints the leader of the majority party in the Lok Sabha as the Prime Minister. So, this is how the Prime Minister is appointed and elected. So, this is your answer number 5. Now question number 6, who elects the President of India? So the members of the Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha and the State Legislative Assembly elects the President of India. So we have completed the chapter. We have also done the question answer. If you have the problem, you can watch the video again. Thank you so much. Happy learning.